This is The Application, where higher ed enrollment strategy gets tactical. I'm Allison Turcio, marketer, curious question asker, and your guide through what's next and what's working in higher ed. Join us as we focus on what really matters, connecting with students and parents in more human, personalized ways, and using tools like AI to make that connection scalable and smart. From rethinking your inquiry campaigns to fixing funnel friction, everything we cover is about creating better experiences for students and better results for your team. Whether you lead the team, recruit the students, build the campaigns, or manage the message, you'll walk away from every episode with something you can use right now. Are you ready to get one step closer to your next enrollment win? Let's go. This is the final episode of our Admissions Travel Season Playbook, a mini-series all about using AI to make the most of fall travel. And we're getting into something most people don't plan for, but absolutely should, how to capture, reflect on, and actually use what you learn during travel season. You've had great convos, you've seen trends, you've heard the same questions over and over, but what happens to all of that? Too often it lives in a head, in a notebook, or a voice memo, and it never gets turned into action. So let's fix that. And let's make AI your co-pilot in that process. I'm going to share 3 AI-powered strategies to help you reflect on your travel insights, share takeaways across teams, and turn patterns into strategy and content. The first strategy is to summarize your notes to spot patterns. If you take notes after visits, which I know many of you do, and if you're not, let's get started. Don't just file them away. We can use AI to surface what you might not be seeing and to find patterns in all of that work that you've done. A prompt like summarizing these college visit notes, what themes or concerns are students bringing up, what messaging or content would help address them, is really powerful. You can paste in 4 to 5 visit logs at once. You can do even more than that. You can do across your season. You can group by types of schools. Maybe you're putting all schools from one region in at a time, because that might give you a regional perspective. Maybe you're grouping by city schools, suburban schools, schools who are really focused on community service, schools with big sports programs, whatever those groupings might be that makes sense for you. And you can ask it then to group concerns by topic, like financial aid, choosing a major, getting parents on board. What is it in those different groups of schools that is most pertinent? And this is what's going to give you insight to bring back to the marketing team, to admissions leadership, and into your own future follow-up. Strategy 2 is to turn visit notes into content ideas. So let's say you heard the same question 3 times this week. What if I don't know what I want to major in? Okay, let's drop that into ChatGPT or another generative AI tool and ask, write an Instagram caption or email snippet that addresses this concern in a helpful, reassuring way. Keep the tone warm and student-friendly. Of course, you'll need to feed it some detailed information that's specific to your school to be the most helpful. But suddenly, your travel conversations are now fuel for blog posts, social media series, email campaign themes, counselor talking points. Do this, and if you do this as a team, you can create a shared content from the road doc that gets shared with your marketing team. Update it weekly using these AI reflections. I'm telling you from firsthand experience that the marketing team will eat this up and be so grateful for these content ideas. The strategy 3 is to write a weekly travel debrief in minutes. So maybe your team already does weekly stand-ups or reflections, something like that, but we can really use AI to help write a professional recap fast. So even if you're not doing weekly stand-ups or reflections, let's use AI to help us because this is valuable information. Here's a prompt to consider. Turn these visit notes into a weekly travel debrief. Include student trends, top questions, visit feedback, and follow-up ideas. You can also include things like how many students you met, which schools had the best engagement, recommendations for future visits, or travel tweaks. Counselors use this to advocate for changes or support. Marketers use this to shape your content calendar with real-time insights. My pro tip on this one is not to wait to the end of the season to reflect. Do this kind of work weekly or even twice a week. Think of it as a rhythm. Observe, reflect, act, with AI speeding up each step. So here's your final homework assignment from this series. Pick 3 to 5 visit notes from this week, drop them into ChatGPT, and use one of today's prompts. Summarize themes, turn them into content ideas, create a travel debrief. Then take one of those outputs and actually act on it. Whether it's an email that you're sending, content that you're modifying based on what you know, a counselor's script, anything that's helpful. This is how we turn short-term conversations and data into long-term impact. That's a wrap on Admissions Travel Season Playbook. I hope these episodes helped you prep smarter, personalize faster, and use AI to do more of what matters, build real relationships with students and families. Want more content like this? I hope you'll subscribe to the application and check out the rest of the Enrollify network. Thanks for listening to the application. This show is a proud member of the Enrollify network, home to higher ed's largest collection of podcasts. Enrollify is where higher ed goes to grow, so be sure to check out our other podcasts, webinars, video clips, blogs, and so much more. Visit Enrollify.org and subscribe for all the latest details and content drops directly to your inbox. Enrollify is brought to you by Element 451, the digital workforce platform for higher ed. Learn more at element451.com.